Good morning, everyone. Happy Social Saturday. I usually don't go live on Saturdays, but I've got a lot of inquiries coming in for I've got a couple events coming up next week, so I just wanted to make sure all of your questions were covered. So, starting next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I will be hosting a complimentary LinkedIn personal branding workshop. Let me know if you have issues getting registered for the event. If you do, just send me a quick little DM and let me know, and I will register you. And then just make sure that you check your email and add it to your calendars because I don't want you to miss it. Also, if anybody's listening right now, I love hearing from people from all over. So let me know where you're calling from, where you are coming in from, what country or state. Love hearing from people from all over the world. So we've got somebody here. Happy Social Saturday, everybody. But let us know where you're from. And real quick, I wanted to go over just some questions that are coming in. Thank you so much. I don't know if I deserve this compliment. Wow, that's amazing. Um, I have gotten so many questions coming in regarding the events I have coming up next week. Again, I've got a LinkedIn personal branding workshop happening Monday through Wednesday. It is complimentary. On Tuesday next week, so that's the 22nd, I will be speaking with the NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Association. So that's a huge event for me. It would mean so much if you could come and support. I actually talked to NASDAQ yesterday. They're really excited for me to come on. And so far, we have over 400 people signed up to attend that one event for NASDAQ. The title of that talk is How to Grow Your Business on LinkedIn. This applies to anybody that's a business owner, obviously, but it could also apply to an executive of a company if you're in corporate America. But also, just, are you a freelancer? Are you looking for work? It's really how to make the most out of LinkedIn and turn it into a machine that works for you. That's really the point of it. We got somebody coming in from Mississippi, USA. Hey, Adam. So good to see you today. Um, California. Who else? Oh, Pakistan. Nice. So many people from all over. So that's a little bit what's happening next week. And then the day after Thanksgiving, I will be launching my LinkedIn personal branding playbook. So this is an online program, and a lot of the questions that I've got in this week are centered around the LinkedIn personal branding playbook. So, some of the questions have been, and you guys also feel free, if you have questions, put them in the chat and put me on the spot. I don't mind at all. The LinkedIn personal branding playbook. I had a question came in last night from Maribel out in Texas. And her question was, I am a recruiter. I'm a recruiter. How would this help me? I already have a good job, in my company, but I am always looking for top talent. So how can this help me? And it was a great question. And honestly, personal branding can help anyone, right? So regardless of if you're actively searching for a job right now, if you're happy in your organization and with your current career, or if you want to get promoted within your company, right? So oftentimes our social media presence actually holds us back in our career, and we might not even realize it. So the power of something like personal branding gives us that safety net so that in the event of a layoff occurring or something happening to our jobs, we have this network to fall back on, right? But for a recruiter, for Maribel out in Texas who had that question, how can I leverage this to find top talent? So that was her question. And the answer is simple. Your content strategy acts like a magnet to your target audience, right? So during the course of this LinkedIn personal branding playbook, we cover topics like content strategy and how to really identify your target audience, right? How to identify your target audience and how to write in the voice of your customer. Who is your target customer? What do they look like? What are their demographics? We cover all of these things so that you can set yourself up for a content strategy that really works to engage with your audience and attract exactly who you're looking to attract. So we've got some other people coming in. Hey, I'm a freelancer trying to grow my network and build a brand as a service provider. Absolutely. So some of the things that a freelancer would be interested in, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ala, but I would think reach. You need reach, right? Personal branding grows reach. It increases reach. And when you develop a personal brand and, have a content strategy and approach with it, people begin to know, like, and trust your messaging and you as a person. So the best thing you can do as a freelancer is to develop a personal brand because we all know this. There's a lot of people, lots of noise out here on social media. Lots of people always trying to sell us something, right? Well, I'm not going to buy from anybody that I don't know, like, and trust. So, when you develop a personal brand and put yourself out there in a strategic, aligned way, it helps target your audience so that you can grow reach. So, especially somebody like a freelancer, where there's a space here of millions of freelancers, you want to be able to stand out and differentiate yourself amongst everyone else. And Ala, if you have any more questions, feel free to chime in once again. Happy Social Saturday from the UK. Absolutely. Um, Here's one from Judith. Hi, everyone. I'm Judith, founder of Judy Women Empowerment and Development Initiative, connecting from Nigeria. Hi there. So I actually did have a question from Nigeria yesterday. His name was Joseph. And his question was more of, so he wasn't a freelancer or a social or a solopreneur, but he was looking for work. So he had recently gotten laid off from his job, and he was wondering how to leverage LinkedIn to more efficiency so that he could really connect with recruiters and hiring managers in a better way. And I get that question all the time as well. Well, so many of the time we, have fear and self-doubt. And, anybody that's listening to this, feel free to comment, has self-doubt ever held you back? Have limiting beliefs ever held you back from posting content? How many times have you created a post and then said trash, right? Well, I'm going to teach you some mindset tricks and hacks, again, to put yourself out there. Because, again, listen, guys, 1% of LinkedIn users post content, 1%. 4% comment on posts. So 95% of LinkedIn users are onlookers. Now, as of October 2022, so not that long ago, right? There were 875 million LinkedIn users on this platform. Now, if 1% post and 4% comment, 95% are onlookers, 95% of 875 million people is a very large audience for you. And there's lots and lots of room to be distinguished, to have a unique voice on this platform, right? To reach a lot of people. A lot of people are looking. So it's about, when we see a post, we see the metrics, right? We see how many likes and comments we get on a post. And another thing that we see are those views and impressions we have on a post as well. Well, we can't see who those views and impressions are necessarily, but that gives us an idea of how much reach we're getting. And when you get reach, that's again when you're targeting a lot of people that can potentially help you with that next opportunity, right? So whether you're looking for a promotion, a job seeker, you're comfortable in your career, it doesn't matter. Anyone can benefit from personal branding and by leveraging LinkedIn to its fullest potential. So I've a question. Can I add everyone to my LinkedIn network or specific niche connection to my network? Please suggestions. So I think what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ella, you want to have a diverse network. So I like to think of a LinkedIn network as like a financial portfolio. You've always heard the saying, diversify your financial portfolio. The same thing with LinkedIn. You absolutely never know. Someone where they are right now could be in a totally different position in life in 5 years, right? And they just may remember you as the one person that took a chance on them back then. I accept all sorts of people from all sorts of industries and walks of life. But the more important thing that I think that a lot of people don't think of, Ala, is that, so many people when they connect with others, they only think of, I want to connect with a potential prospective client or customer. That's not the right approach, right? You want to connect, of course, with prospective clients, but you also want to connect with people that are or could be strategically aligned business partners. So that's something that I teach and go over in the LinkedIn personal branding playbook as well. Again, this LinkedIn personal branding playbook, it's about personal branding, but I'm an MBA, folks. So I like to combine marketing principles and methodologies as well as business principles. Because while you are an individual, you are a business and you need to market yourself. So I combine all of these different strategies so you can have real success long term. Oh, hi, how you doing, Peter? So good to see you again. And Peter did sign up for my workshop next week, so looking forward to seeing you next week. Let's see who all the other comments are. Hey, Melissa, good to see you, friend. And Peter's from Nigeria. Carrie, love the idea of diversifying your network. Opens it up. Absolutely. Keep it nice and diversified, folks. It's really boring when people only connect with people in a certain niche or industry, and that's it. LinkedIn is so much more evolved than that. And you never know. Again, I am always amazed at the opportunities that I get just by connecting with others and helping other people and then really adding value to my community. For me, it's not just about connecting within members of my own niche because, who I connect with and help and serve can refer me as well to somebody else that's in need potentially. So these folks can also act as referral partners for you. So it's really good. Diversify that network just like you would your financial portfolio. And again, you never know how much success that can come just by opening up your mind a little bit to new possibilities. I think Melissa agrees with that. Another question that I had come in just last night was it was somebody they were, again, comfortable in their career. They weren't sure that personal branding was for them or that they needed it, right? They were kind of happy with their LinkedIn presence already. I checked out their LinkedIn. They've never posted an original post. Never. Anything that they've posted has been a repost from their company's page. And it's gotten no reach, no traction. One of the problems is they're not building a community. They're just regurgitating content from a company page. That gets you no reach. Guess what? I told this person 100% of your customers are people. 100% of your potential investors are people. 100% of your potential business partners are people. 100% of the people that you hire for your business are also people. There's a theme, right? The theme is people. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. No one buys from businesses that are nameless and faceless. Okay. Hey there from Ghana, Jonathan. Nice to see you today. So again, when you develop this personal brand, it builds that trust, it builds that credibility, it builds that likability factor. Right now, we are live on LinkedIn. There is no filters here. I am as I come, right? And it gives you an insight into who I am as a person and how I do business. There's nothing more powerful than using LinkedIn, especially video, in your content strategy, especially if you're, again, a business owner, a solopreneur, or freelance person looking for clients, right? Utilizing video is so impactful. And the way I like to think of it, my analogy is that when you show your video to social media, it's like uncovering the layers of the onion of who you are, right? Onions have lots of layers just like we do. When you put yourself out there on video and you make that as part of your content strategy, people start to really align with that and respect it and follow you because of that. So it starts with knowing you as a person, defining who your target audience is, speaking to them, solving problems for them, identifying pain points for them. And again, really just aligning your target audience, your content strategy with who you are as a person, making sure that they know who you are, what your core values are, and what you believe in. These are all parts of, an effective content strategy. And Carrie says it's all about the people 100%. Again, people buy from people. They don't buy from faceless corporations. So when we're just resharing our company posts, it means nothing to anybody. What means something is hearing your story, your background, your experiences, times that you've failed, times you've succeeded. I want to hear all of it, but I also want to know who you are as a person. And that's part of an effective content strategy. We've got Jonathan saying, yes, people. Yes, that's it, absolutely right. Oh, Tara's the queen of video. You know what is so funny, Melissa? I never posted a video until this year, folks. It was just March of 2022 when I went into full-time entrepreneurship and took a leap of faith. And I took a leap of faith and I started putting myself out there, right? So before then, I was a corporate sales director. I was stuck in a toxic work environment and corporate culture, and I just wasn't happy. So something stirred inside me to say, all right, now's your time. You've got to take this leap of faith and you have to take a chance on yourself. And I knew the only way I was going to be successful is if I put myself out there, got myself out of my own comfort zone and out of my own head, and started showing the world who I was as a person and what I believed in. And when I did that, wow, the floodgates of opportunity really have opened. Um, Carrie, what's your perspective on live video like this versus pre recorded? Great question, Carrie. I think both are important. I use both. So I like to upload videos on my phone a lot. So that would be like a native upload video. And it's usually like a 60-second clip or so, right? But live shows are very powerful as well because right now I have almost 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. Anybody that's a connection of mine looking at their notifications sees that I'm live. That's a whole lot of chances for opportunities for me to, again, get that exposure, right? So when you post, even if it's a video post, a native upload, you're only going to really reach 1, maybe 2% of your entire network, your audience. When you go live, you have the potential to reach even more. So, really, thousands of people. And it just depends who's on at that moment. So, great question, Carrie. I hope that answered your question. You just keep pouring in questions. I love it, my friend. Thank you for your precious suggestions. But I've noticed that I've almost 2,000 connections, but all are looking for jobs freelancer. So, how can we connect with hiring managers? Because most of the time, recruiters didn't accept requests. Ah, So that's unfortunate. And, some people still have that mentality, Allah, that they're not going to accept a request from someone they don't know. And that's unfortunate. That kind of mentality is going away in LinkedIn. But, put yourself in the recruiter's position, in their shoes. They probably get inundated with hundreds of requests a day, and it could be overwhelming for them. Now, Allah, I don't, I'm not sure where you're from, but in the United States this year alone, we've had over 67,000 layoffs in tech alone. So there are a lot of people looking for work right now, and the economy is in a downturn, right? So lots of people looking for work, lots of people looking to, connect with hiring managers. Just be patient with them. They're people too. I know I myself probably get 100 DMs a day. I'm sure they even get more. So, just be patient. One of the best things that you can do with those 2K connections that you have, Allah, is to post really insightful leadership style posts that, engage your community, engage your audience. And Allah, if you need help with engagement, you can always feel free to tag me in your post as well, and I will like it and support it. But the first thing I would do is, as you're trying to build your community, start giving them lots of valuable information, add value, show them what you can do, right? Show them your work. There's nothing more powerful than a demonstration and, again, putting yourself out there. So add lots of value, come in as a thought leader, and start posting really important content that, again, adds value to your audience, and the right people will start to pay attention. I hope that answered your question, Ala. Oh, Melissa's so sweet. You make yourself more approachable too. That is absolutely right. Um, yes, so it's so easy, when you have a coach to help you. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday on his LinkedIn live show, and he said that, LinkedIn, it's almost like if, you're moving your house, furniture in your house, you've got a big clunky sofa. You can move it by yourself, but it may take all day or it may take a week. Or you could hire somebody to do the heavy lifting for you. And that's essentially what it's like when you work with somebody that is a LinkedIn expert. They help guide you through that process so that it's not just you doing the heavy lifting. And Ala, to kind of go back to what you were asking, so many times, again, we think in this one to one mindset, especially if you're a freelancer or a solopreneur, and you operate on this one to one leverage. Well, how much can you really scale at a one to one leverage mindset and a one to one reach? You can't. You're going to grow about that much and about that quick. But when you operate at a one to many leverage, so if you work with someone that has an expanded LinkedIn network, such as myself, that can get you in front of a larger audience, really that's the kind of one of the keys to gain a lot of connections, a lot of reach very quickly. And again, operating in that one to many mindset as opposed to one to one leverage. So I hope that answers your question a little bit as well. And let's see, we've got comments coming in. Let's see, I think I missed this one. Yes, breaking free. Totally, 100%. Carrie, that's a great point about, yes, the video. Why not, right? Make use out of all the different types of content that you can put out on LinkedIn. It's not just about reposting someone else's thoughts. Come up with original content, come up with posts, share photos, native video uploads from your phone, LinkedIn Lives. There's so many different types of content that you can do. And honestly, when you put out lots of different types of content, it nurtures your audience, right? Would you want to watch the same TV show on repeat every single day for the rest of your life? Or would you rather watch something different every day, right? That's kind of what it's like when you put out lots of different types of content, it nurtures your audience and it keeps them interested and wanting to come back for more. So absolutely, Carrie, that's a great point there. Um, and then we have, another question. I am on here because I got a pop-up saying there was a live video and I decided to check it out. Really good so far. That is proof exactly of what I was just saying. When you go live, it hits a notification in everybody's feed for them to tune in and check it out, right? The key is to keep people interested, add value, ask a lot of questions. So, if anybody again has questions as I'm talking, please feel free to tune in and, really participate. I want this to be open mic, right? But thank you so much. And that's the point of it. So if I were to post something right now, it goes out to maybe 1% of people, maybe. When I do a live, it reaches so much more. Again, that's that one to many approach. And here's Melissa. I'm working on more video, but I'm working on the audio lives for now. Audio lives are a great way to get started. The way I look at audio lives is that it's almost like a baby step into getting into a LinkedIn live show. Both are essential, right? So they're great. They're both important. And it's, again, some people are more auditory learners, some people are more visual learners. Both approaches are fantastic. And if doing a LinkedIn live is something that's a little intimidating, an audio may be your best way to really bridge in. Again, develop more content strategy with thought, and again, display yourself as a thought leader without having to go full-fledged into the pool of LinkedIn lives, because they can be intimidating a little bit for a lot of people. And I think that answered Allah's question. You're so welcome, my friend. So I hope this helps. I hope that made sense to everyone. Again, next week, I will be doing a free LinkedIn personal branding workshop. And Melissa, I know this is open to connect with anybody. She is really awesome about that, Allah. So shoot her a connection request, and she's an amazing resource as well. Very inspirational person. I really enjoy working with Melissa. But yes, next week, free personal branding workshop. I'd love everyone to attend. On Tuesday, I will be speaking with NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Center. And that is an audience of, again, thousands of people all over the country. So if you come to that, you never know who you're going to meet. There may be somebody there who's an entrepreneur in their network that may be looking for a freelancer like you, Allah, hint, hint, that can help them grow their business. So another thing that you always want to think about, folks, be everywhere you can be. Be everywhere you can be. And why is that? Well, if you don't market yourself, no one is going to market for you. So always remember that. Market yourself, be everywhere you can be, and show up with intention and with strategy. And what can't you accomplish after that? But thank you so much for everyone who tuned in today. I hope it added value to your life, to your business. And again, hopefully this added some takeaways for you to start thinking about getting comfortable with video. Start thinking about a content strategy and writing in the voice of your customer. But again, remember, 1% post, 4% comment. If you're part of that group, you are already so many steps ahead. Get even more steps ahead by dialing it in, by working on a one-to-many leverage, not a one-to-one leverage. We cannot grow if we work by ourselves. We grow this much. When we work and collaborate as a team with our networks, the growth potential is exponential. So thank you so much for everyone. I will put the links and my events in the comments. Please come. Thank you so much.